power is now on.
Chief, turn off the ground power.
Copy. Ground power is now off.
Hey, Gremlin, what's going on? Yeah, I'll be okay. It's just been a bad day. I'll be alright, though. It happens. I saw your oh, let me look at my, maybe, I'm not sure. My voice is probably a little shot, so that might be why the audio, but the game stream looks like it's the right size. So did you get your board? Awesome. I'm glad everything's working good for you again. That's perfect. I've never really had that many problems with NVIDIA or Asus, really. Is it just the VR stuff? Is that where the issues lie? Oh, yeah, sure. That's definitely going to happen with probably every big company for a while until all the laws catch up with it. That happens every time there's new technology. Every big company uses it to steal shit. Oh, I'm sure they will. Especially with AI, you can do it by accident. Because the algorithm will pick up trends on everybody's artwork that's posted anywhere online. It just takes people suing these companies for the laws to start getting kind of fleshed out, where the companies will stop doing that shit because it will no longer be profitable. Hey, my ghetto CTLD works. Way to walk right underneath me, guys. I appreciate that. I tried to pop up and I still killed 3 of them. Oh wow, so it's just going to be NVIDIA? Well, that's not good. There needs to be more than one, or else they'll stop producing high quality and striving forward. They'll stagnate. Or our graphics cards just hitting the wall of what they can do. load of troops and spawn. Let's see if we can spawn another load of troops. Make sure my programming works. Let's see if we can drop him off up front, and then we will know that my CTLD in-house will work. I think it will. I think it already has proven it works. Just wanted to do a final test here. Oh no. Well, that was funny. Got in too big of a hurry.
Chief, turn on the ground power.
Copy.
Request rearming. Request rearming.
Copy.
Chief, turn off the ground power.
Copy. Ground power is now off.
boy, those troops made short work of those vehicles. I thought it would take longer than that. Is that troop button back? It is. We'll buzz the trucks. See if any of them tried to spread out and get away. I can clean up the menu system even more by putting in trigger effects to where spawning a certain set of troops, the button only appears when you're landing, when you've landed in that zone. That way the menu's not cranked up with all the shit throughout the entire mission map. And it'll help me keep everything a little bit tidier. I gotta work on that, getting that done so that when I make a big map, buttons would be specific to the FARP that you're parked at when you're picking up troops, because there'll only be a set amount of troops. I wonder if I can pick those guys up. They should be able to pick them up, except I think I might be already full, but we can try. As long as I don't land on them. Get into a nice ground hover here without running into our troops. Okay, there they are. I'm not too close. Alright, let's just get right down here on the ground here. Where are they? Oh, there they are. Still a little ways away from them. Let's get a little bit closer. set her down right here. Alright, let's see. Airborne troops. Nope, I can only disembark because I'm full. Alright. So let's drop these guys off. Take off kind of straight up so I don't run into these guys at all. Okay, we're off to the side now. Yeah, look at that. They took them trucks out handily. Not too bad. Let's take these troops and drop them off on the other side of these trees. See if we can hit the enemy air defense site there a little bit after we drop our troops off. Slowing down now because this thing is such a pain in the ass to slow down and descend with. Start doing it. Gotta start planning ahead more in the Beauty than I'm used to. Just because it floats so damn well. It's hard to get to slow down and come down. Drop them off on the other side of the power lines. Let's just get over the road. We'll drop them off in this field far enough away that they're not going to get attacked by that stuff up there. Piece of cake. Nice and small. Nice and soft. God, I can't even talk anymore right now. My body sucks. Alright, let's set her down nice and light. Like we know what we're doing. Alright, boys, disembark. There they are. Alright, let's give them some commands here. Let's have them go up to there. Alright, boys. Get out of here. Don't shoot anybody. Let's set them to return fire. There we go. Oh, man, they're really booking. Look at that. They're way up there. Cool. Alright. Now let's go see if we can pick up our other guys that we left behind. And move them over here, too. Oh, I was going to do a rocket run, though. really quick, just to help our boys out. Alright, we're hot. This one's for you, troops. Boys, you're on your own now. Slowing down now. It just feels really odd to me to start trying to really drastically slow down this far away, but it really does take a while. Just kind of slowly forward, back, kind of pumping it to slow down. Taking some collective out, but I don't want to drop too much collective out because this thing does not like that. Which makes sense, it's only got 2 blades. There we go, we're settling onto the cushion pretty good. There we go. Not too shabby. Getting better at it. It's definitely a different animal from the other kilos. Whoa, Bessie. A little bit of forward and this Huey just wants to go. It definitely doesn't want to just set at a nice even ground hover. It wants to move. You gotta force it not to go. Pretty hard. Alright boys. Let's see if I can embark you. Nope. Once they're here, they're here. I can no longer do another command with them, unfortunately. Good to know. Well, wait a minute. Is there an embark command from here? Return fire, set path. Can we have them embark onto the helicopter? Probably not. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, I don't think I can do that. Yeah, they're all just, yeah, look at that, he's lined up right on the door, but I don't think it's going to give me any kind of, nope. That's too bad. But now we know. Alright guys, get out from under my helicopter. Alright, let's get back up in the air and go help our troops. We're out of rockets, but we got a little bit of gun left. Oh, they're returning fire now. They're taking damage. Go boys. Get it. Get some. Alright. We'll do some gun passes and see if we can give them a hand. We don't have any big guns, but we can spray some bullets in the area. Might get a few of them dead and might suppress them a little bit. Maybe blow up some of their trucks or some of their launchers. Oh yeah, there's definitely a gun battle going on. You can see all the ricochets and shit kicking up. Alright. Let's lay into them. That should have helped them a little bit. We still got some bullets, we'll spend them. I see a few of them there. Boy, I wish I had the black shark right about now, or the hind, or the Apache. I mean, I have them, but I don't have them in the field right now, because those 30 mils would be lighting these guys up big time. My miniguns just fire 7.62, so shoots a lot of them. Oh, that lit him up. There we go, yeah. Ouch. Jesus. Alright, we're gonna get blown out of this guy if we don't get the hell out of here. Looks like my troops are all... No, there's a few there. Not very many, but there's a few left. Alright, we're RTB. Before we get too damaged. Yeah, I can feel it in the controls. We've taken a little bit of damage. Not just some nicks. I've got something mechanical going on here. Everything looks pretty decent. It's definitely flying rough. So yeah, we'll head back to base. Oh, that doesn't feel good. Well, they're doing okay. They're holding their own-ish. Oh, I was saying hit the ground. I'm not paying attention. Can't help myself. Oh. Gotta stay low, off radar. Out of line of sight. Oh, I can see the smoke right there. If I can land on the actual farm itself, and then I'll have to take some medicine real quick. I can barely freaking breathe right now. Well, at least I know my scripting for the troop spawning and troop transporting is working without using MIST or Zone Commander or any of that stuff, just all in-house. So hopefully my maps, when I make them using this method, will not break every time Eagle Dynamics patches something. Alright, there's the FARP. Let's go ahead and start slowing this thing down. So we can swoop on around and get into a ground cover. Hey Cheek, how's it going? I took a couple rounds, but it's alright. I was practicing, well, I did some new scripting and I was testing my programming on spawning troops and resetting menus, doing it and some other stuff like that, and I was just testing it out. So I got a FARP working and I got my spawn working, so I can trigger a spawn and then load those troops up and it actually animates them running in and all that stuff. And I'm able to drop them on the ground and move them and give them orders from there. Get them to engage the enemy. Without using MIST or any third-party scripting or anything like that. So this is all, I've been able to do all this in-house. So that's good. Yeah, it's nice when you're done so that you have server maps that work. So everyone can enjoy. I don't necessarily love the amount of problem solving you have to do every time you're working on stuff, but ow! No! Wilson! I don't care. I mean, if just a few people enjoy it, then that's good enough for me. If more people enjoy it, then good. I'm not hoping or planning on any kind of population to note of. I'm just doing it because it's needed. And it gives me something to do and to keep my brain occupied, and if other people enjoy it, then awesome, right? That's all good. Hell yeah, I almost landed right in the middle. I think I've graduated myself from Huey School. Oh Jesus. Want to sell Huey, slightly used.
Adjusting magnetic declination. Ready.
Request refueling.
Chin-up bar?
Request
Nice.
rearming.
Chin-ups were always a bitch, even when I was very fit. Good exercise, good arm building.
Turning on weapons.
Request rearming.
That's pretty damn good. We used to, oh hell, what do they call it now? After we'd stretch, you grab a hold of the post and just hold yourself out to the side after you stretch. That always helps limber up before doing chin-ups and push-ups and all that stuff. Posting.
Turning on weapons.
We don't need the secondary. Yeah, 25 is pretty good. It's more than me now for sure. I think I might be able to do 3 or 4 before my body would start getting shakes. Mainly because I can't stress my muscles anymore. If I start flexing my muscles or anything like that or putting stress on them, then all those open nerves will start firing and it causes all kinds of shit. I'm just lucky I haven't gotten super out of shape yet, but it's gonna happen eventually. I'll get all fat and dumpy eventually, I'm sure, but I haven't got there yet. My metabolism has lasted so far. Go help those troops that are all dead now. I think they're all dead. Yeah, they're all dead. So that's rockets, and that's the 30 mil cannon. Oh, let's go. We'll leave it on thump.
Weapons ready.
Oh, a radar lock in the Phantom? You'll get it. The more you do it, the more you'll be able to do it, basically. I haven't got to mess with the Phantom yet, though. I can't relate. I've heard it's a pretty old school, but it's got to be better than the fish bed, right? Yeah, we'll leave it on there. I don't want heavy burst. I'm not trying to hit a tank. Well, you got the lock. Did you fire a Sparrow and get a hit? Oh, were you going nose to nose? Oh, well, gee. Yeah, a Phantom with Sparrows is no match against a Hornet with AMRAAMs. Should fly on the Heat Blur Cold War server where you can fly your Phantom and it be at the top of the line, not the bottom. That way everybody's got old-timey radar Fox 1 missiles. Oh, so no AMRAAMs? Oh, well then he's got the same Sparrow. Well, no, his Sparrows will probably still be better than yours, though. You're going to be using, like, what, P's? And he's going to be using H's, or I mean MH's? Or do they normalize those too? They can't normalize the radar, though. That's for damn sure. It's a lot easier for him to see his crank limit on his gimbal as well, on his radar on his giant MFD. It's just a mismatch in many different aspects. Speed, maneuverability, all of it. You're going to be below on all of it. It's probably, if the server seems like it's set to the earlier time period, it's going to have R60 aphids, which are pretty garbage. Rear aspect only, highly flareable. They don't have, if they've got archers on there, that's not good, because those are going to be like high off bore sight and they're going to be kind of broken. So I'm sure they're the aphids. Yeah, you can put a decent amount of slick irons on a Phantom for sure. Just put a couple of heaters on it for some kind of merge defense, and then put a bunch of bombs on it. Yeah, you've got the same loadout as a B-17 bomber, basically. Except you're going to get there faster, and get out faster, hopefully. Yeah, sleep comes for all of us. I feel you. I feel that every day. I have to force myself to go try to get some sleep. Unfortunately, though, my medicine kind of keeps me awake, so I sleep for just kind of bits and pieces in the early morning, and sometimes a little bit in the afternoon if my body lets me. But unfortunately, my meds kind of fuck with all that, so I just sleep when I can. But I'm kind of used to it now. After years and years and years of fighting all this crap, you just kind of get used to only having so much sleep randomly in the morning. What do they got left? Oh, they don't got anything left. That's it. Dead. I have avenged Wilson and his squad that I left out there in the field to die. They have been avenged. I don't even think I need pedals, to be honest. I mean, it would make everything a little bit easier, and I'd definitely go to fly smoother, but it's not needed. I think I can pull this off pretty good. Yep, take it easy, Cheek. Hopefully I'll have a normal stream tomorrow night when I'm feeling better. Hopefully we'll get some action going on tomorrow night. Shit, I forgot to take my medicine when I landed earlier. I jumped into a hind before even taking my damn pill. Alright, when I land back at the FARP, hopefully I can land the hind right on the pad again too. That'll make me feel better. I need to take my damn pill before my abdomen pain gets over the top. tandems. I should have dropped the tubes, right? Yep, the tubes are gone. We are light. Oh yeah, you can actually feel it. Got rid of the tubes and we started going up. Alright, let's get back to base. And our flying dumpster. Our rotary frog foot. Our behemoth fat girl. Follow the road. Stay on target. Stay on target. Porkins, no! Oh, we're gonna have to go over. Hold on, bud. I have to slow down quick. Actually, it's easier to slow down in the Hinds than the friggin' Huey, though. Just follow the road. Car. That woke him up. Should be right on the right side of the road. Let's make a nice landing pattern around the FARP to slow down, hopefully. Tail slide. Oh, Jesus. That's distracting. Alright. Start posting up here and arresting our forward momentum. Basically a slow J-hook. Here we go. Whoa, 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 whoa. You're climbing way too much, girl. That is not what you were supposed to do. I always forget, too, the Hind pulls the other direction from American helicopters. American helicopters, the way they're designed, their torque is to the left, and in the Russians, it's to the right. Oh, we need to gear out. Yeah, so you got to put in a whole bunch of right anti-torque in the Russian helicopter. So it's the exact opposite. Alright, now we just kind of slowly stay at a couple of feet hover here like this. Creep forward ever so slightly. Start nosing up a little bit when we get close to the pad. Set her right on that pad. Emergency brake on. Where are we? Yeah, we're close. We weren't quite right in the middle, but that's not bad. Not bad for a big old chunky girl. Alright. Pill. Alright, let's go strafe some convoys just for fun. Give my arms a break from flying all them helicopters and doing all that hovering.
Request refueling. Request
Copy.
rearming.
Copy.
Yeah, let's do pairs.
Refueling complete. Rearming complete.
Now that's a lot of ordnance. Alright. Let's get this one done just for fun. Now that we tested the programming from earlier and it all works. Let's just go blow some shit up.
Skya, Colt 1-1. Request takeoff.
Hey, Def Not, thanks for the follow, buddy. I appreciate that. I truly do. Thank you. Sorry I'm not as talkative tonight as I normally am, but my body's kind of beating my ass tonight. Being pretty rude. Alright, where do we want to blow shit up at? Well, that's a mess. Alright.
Shoot. Shoot.
Alright, let's go blow some shit up. Yeah, they're all on free fire, so if they get fired at, they'll engage. Oh, what's my bearing? Pull it right there. What did I bring? I brought everything. Yeah. We've got heat rockets. We've got AGM-65 Mavericks. We got 6 Mark 82 500-pound slick bones, and we got 2 CBU-97 clusters. Pretty sure we can kill a lot. My friggin' body will let me breathe. Oh, it's not that river, is it? It's way up there. No, that's the river. Bring the Maverick up and see what we see with the Maverick. See if we see any heat signatures jumping out like that. That looks like a heat signature jumping out. Oh, that's a train. So it is a heat signature jumping out, but there we go. That looks like our tanks right there. Yeah, there's our tanks moving right there.
Shoot. Shoot.
No, wait, that might be another train. Is that them?
Shoot. Shoot.
Okay, that's our tanks right there. So that must mean... There they are. I see them now. That's the river and that's them.
Shoot. Shoot.
Okay, there we go. Right there. Oh, we're in range. Oh, rifle.
Shoot. 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 Shoot.
That looks like one I've already locked. Nope, that's a different one. Never mind. Boom.
Shoot.
Boom.
Shoot.
That's a lot of deaths. Alright, let's put the rockets into this pile. Come on, head tracking, calm down. There we go. Oh, that looks like a decent amount of destruction on the first pass. Let's see if we can get the... Yeah, let's drop the clusters. Try to get them one across the front trees on this side of the river, and then we'll try to get the others back there on the left side of the fires. Or no, wait, it's going to drop it in pairs, so we're just going to try to put it in the middle. Let the clusters do the sorting for us. Say, where's my smoke? There it is. Alright, we'll get lined up for our roll in. Try to drop them right here in the river.
Shoot.
There we go.
Shoot.
Pickle. Yep, that was both clusters. Wait. Yeah, that was both clusters. They're both away. For a minute there, I thought it only dropped one. I'm like, great. We're just waiting for the show now. There we go. Well, looks like most of the soft targets are already dead. The only thing taking damage are main battle tanks, so I think the first pass cleared out most of the troops and the trucks and emplacements. What do we got left? Mark 82s and gun. Let's do a strafe run. Actually, we can probably drop some bombs here. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah. Pickle.
Shoot. Shoot.
Pickle.
Shoot.
Pickle.
Shoot. Shoot. Shoot.
Boom, boom, boom. All right. Our armor should be able to clean it up now. Oh, they even lost a T-72. Oh yeah, there's not much left there. We'll just pepper them with the GAU 8 on the way out. Alright, and we are out of here. guess we can cut over and hit that caravan once on the road. All we got left is, what do we got? Just our Avenger? Yeah, we just got our Gao Avenger, so we still have some gun. Yeah, 586 rounds. We'll go hit that caravan and see if we can thin it out. We're already in the air. Plenty of fuel. So what's left? Oh yeah, look at that. One tank, a piece of a truck, and one artillery piece is pretty much all that's left. We'll send in our Bradleys and our Abrams. Should be able to finish those three things off without any issue. There's that town. So I think it's right here. Somewhere in here. See if we can get up to the first layer here so we can get a good strafe angle. Yeah, 586, yeah. We're not going to use the gun pack. We're going to free fire, that way we want to be able to drag it right across our targets. Yep, that's the road. Alright, 260. I'm a little cockeyed, but that's all right. Just got to make sure we pull nice and gentle. And just drag it right through them. Kind of like that.
Altitude.
I do believe that was every single one of them. Oh yeah. None shall pass. Ooh, good secondaries too. No, nothing lived. Nothing made it out of there. Alright, we are RTB. Let's see, that's the main road? Yeah, that's the main road. We can follow that all the way back to base, basically, I think. We'll know if we get to the FARP, the forward base. The main base is right on the other side of the forward base. Actually, yeah. Hey, look, I can just put up the waypoint. There it is. That's where the main base is. Our troops that we dropped off to take out those other trucks here should still be hanging out by the road here. Yep, there they are. Just standing there on the side of the road. That's all that's left of the squads I dropped off.
Altitude. Altitude.
Yep, there's the FARP. Go buzz our own FARP, because we can.
Altitude. Altitude.
Calm down, baby. Power lines. Oh shoot, I am way too close. Throw it to idle. We'll coast. That's a quick way to knock your speed down. All right. Flaps out, gear down. We're not going to put the air brakes out until we might bring them out, I guess, once we're lined up. Just because we're really light right now, so we're going to float pretty hard. Alright, now let's get the air brakes out. And we're still a little steep. Let's let her come on down nice and natural.
Altitude, altitude.
Alright, now we can speed up a little bit. And there you go, we are on speed. We're going a little slow, but we are set up AOA, so we're on speed. That's all we do, run her in. And there we go, piece of cake. Smooth butter. Ooh, I got a little bit of my breath back at least. That medicine helped out a little bit. I could barely breathe 30 minutes ago, so that's good. Maybe I've got one more helicopter flight left in me tonight. I haven't done a night flight in a while. Maybe we'll jump in the Apache and do a night flight. See if my new night flight map, if I got the weather right. Alright, and we are all neutral. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. All right. What do we want? Do we want nighttime, rain time, or snow time? Actually, let me look at the rain and then the snow really quick. I just set that weather up today, so it might be bad. Alright. That doesn't look like it's raining at all. It's raining over here. It's just not raining where I am. Oh, there it goes. It's starting to rain a little bit. Okay, so the rain works. I've got the rain. Let's check the snow. Oh, that definitely looks like the snow's working.
Request refueling. Request rearming.
Copy. Refueling complete. Rearming complete.
RPM low. Rotor RPM low.
We'll keep it on white.
Radar searching. Radar searching. Radar searching. Radar searching.
Alright, we have lift. And let's start going forward and get some transitional lift and let's get moving. See how well this thing does in the snow. Probably, God, it's probably not going to be any different really, to be quite honest. I don't think I've ever flown the Apache in the snow, but I don't think it's going to really make that much of a difference. Pushing a little bit. It's not too bad.
Pausing Hellfire.
Radar searching. Radar searching.
I mean, I guess, yeah, you can feel it a little bit, but it's really not that bad.
Radar searching.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I can feel it in the anti-torque the most. But that's to be expected. I mean, it just feels the same as if it was windy. Maybe a little heavier. Well, let's see. Let's do some maneuvers. Yeah, it's definitely heavy on the pedals. Still pretty sporty, but you can feel it. You've definitely got to think forward. But I mean that's every helicopter. I mean, you're always thinking forward in the helicopter. But yeah, I guess it's a little bit different when it's storming like this and there's snow and heavy wind. But it still handles it pretty well. I imagine the Hind handles it a little worse. The Huey's probably a slight nightmare.
Radar
Slaving.
searching.
Deslaving. Blazing. Lasers off. Wasing gun.
We don't need to waste a hellfire on these trucks.
Deslaving. Tracking target. Roger, engaging. Engaging.
Why are you hitting above
Roger,
it?
engaging.
Oh, come on.
Engaging.
Radar searching.
Slaving. I'm deslaved. And slaved. Target engaging. Engaging.
I think that first truck is bugged. Just keep shooting the truck behind it. It's already toast. Oh yeah, now I can feel it when I'm trying to post up and slow down. Now I can feel it. I feel it bad now.
Firing. Good effects, good effects.
Oh jeez.
And slave. Target at sight.
Yeah, now look at this, pushing me sideways bad.
Firing. Roger, engaging. Target
There we
destroyed.
go.
I'm deslaved. Slaving. I'm deslaved. Target acquired. Engaging. Engaging. Those are good hits. And slaved. I'm deslaved. Tracking target. Engaging. Those are good hits. Slaving. Target acquired. Roger, engaging.
Radar searching.
Engaging. Good effects, good effects. And slave. Target acquired. Firing. Those are good. Slaving. I'm deslaved. Target acquired. Firing.
Oh. Alright, let's come back around. I'm hovering right above them a little bit too much. The wind is just really pushing me. It's definitely not easy to hold any kind of a hover when that wind is just pushing against you so hard. Best thing you can do is try to line up with it, like tail to nose, and set your hover that direction, and then just hold against it as best you can. But you're going to be fighting it the whole time. So we'll just come back around and we'll do like a slow pass. I'll try to maintain basically a hover. But you see the wind is blowing right in my face now, so we're going to get our nose right into the wind, or our tail right into the wind, and let it just push us forward a bit, and try to maintain a slow hover here. And while we're doing all that,
Engaging.
we'll use our HEMIX here to lock up the targets, just like that.
Firing. And slave. Now deslaved. Target acquired. Firing.
Boy, is it pushing. Jesus, it's pushing me.
Engaging.
Radar searching.
Roger, engaging.
This is a nightmare trying to hold a steady hover right now. Look at it. It's spinning my whole tail around. I think I'm pushing backwards against it. Jesus.
And slaving. Target in sight. Roger, engaging.
I think our best bet is to just maintain forward flight.
Roger, engaging.
That way I can give steady shots here to George in the front.
Good effects on target. Engaging. Roger, engaging. 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 Good effects on target.
Oh shoot, no. No. I don't want that. I don't want the TADS, I want the Pinvist. There we go. Give me the Pinvist. George, you use the TADS, buddy. I needed to move faster than that. I need the Pinvist. I don't want the picture in my eye hats moving way slower than my head. Alright, George, there's just a couple left, it looks like.
And slaving. Deslaving.
There's 2 left.
Target acquired.
Let's see if we can do this on one pass.
Engaging. Firing. Engaging.
Those look like good hits.
Engaging.
Radar searching.
Firing. Good effects on target.
Is that both of them? I think I got both of them there.
Deslaving. Deslaving.
Yep, that's both of them.
Roger. DWASD. Roger. Ceasefire.
Alright. Let's see if we can push through the storm here and make it to the other side of the forest where the enemy launchers are. Yeah. I know it's saturated. Alright, this time we're going to have to use Hellfires. We need to snipe these guys out.
WASD and gun. DWASD.
Let's see, fixed. We want TADS.
Roger. Ceasefire.
Put it back on the TADS. There you go. It's because I accidentally grabbed the friggin' the TADS on my eye hats. That's why it was fixed. It wasn't working.
Radar searching.
That was my bad. I just hit the wrong toggle. I toggled the TADS over to my eye hats instead of the Pinvist, and that screwed up the video orientation. Which is why it was no longer, I was no longer seeing the TDAC visual. But we're all good now. There they are. Hey, the snowstorm stopped here. We're in a little bit of a clearing. That means we might actually be able to pull up a hover here. Maybe. It's not a guarantee, but let's see what we can do here.
Radar searching.
We're getting close. Well, that didn't work. Oh, I hate that thing. I'm just going to do it manually. Alright, George.
And slave. I'm deslaved.
Launcher.
Target acquired. Blazing. Hellfire's up.
Good box.
Roger, engaging. Engaging.
Right.
Lasers off. Those are good. And slave. Deslaving. Blazing.
Good box.
Firing.
Fire.
Lasers off. Target destroyed. Slaving. I'm deslaved. Blazing. Engaging.
Right.
Lasers off. Good. Slaving. Deslaving. Laser on. Roger, engaging.
Right. There we go. We were just picking them clean. This is what Apaches are made for. This is what they do.
Lasers off. Those are good hits. And slave. I'm deslaved.
Nope, 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 nope. Stop. Come on. Let's get back forward again. There we go.
Blazing. Engaging.
Right.
Lasers off. Good effects on target.
Radar searching.
I'm deslaved. Laser on. Engaging.
Rifle. Whoa, Jesus.
Lasers off. Target.
There we go.
Laser on. Engaging. Lasers off. Target destroyed. Blazing. Firing. Lasers off. Good effects, good effects. And slave. I'm deslaved. Laser on. Engaging.
I think that's the last launcher. I think we pretty much neutered this entire SAM site.
Lasers off. Target destroyed. And slave.
There's a truck.
Laser on. Firing.
This should actually kill a bunch of people too. There's usually people standing around trucks.
Lasers off. Target destroyed.
Oh yeah.
Slaving.
Come on, head tracking. It's not letting me move my head.
Laser on. Firing.
Rifle.
Lasers off. Good effects on target. Missile mode low out. Slaving. Deslaving. Target in sight. Blazing. Roger, engaging.
Rifle.
Radar searching.
Lasers off. Slaving. Blazing.
I'm too close. Rifle.
Firing.
That'll be the last shot. I gotta come back around. Bam!
Lasers off. Good effects on target.
One more truck and then we are good. And that's why the Apache is such a powerful tool. Now, if you have something like a Kiowa, OH-58R, with their big old point Doppler radar system mounted on the center mast, you can have one of those scout targets and laze them for you, and hand off the laze information to the Hellfires on your Apache group, and your Apaches can sit back out of sight and lowball their Hellfires up and over and back down on the targets. If you want to get super cheeky and not even give the enemy a chance. Alright, one truck.
Radar
Got it.
searching.
Blazing.
Good box.
Firing.
Rifle. There she goes. Should be the last one. There's just some troops there now. Boom.
Lasers off. Target destroyed. And slave. I'm deslaved.
One dude left. That's all that's there. There's just an infantryman.
Blazing.
You know what? Let's pop him. We'll watch him on the MFD here.
Engaging.
Rifle. One dude.
Lasers off. Target destroyed.
Whoa!
Radar
And I'm not paying attention. There we go. I saved it. We got VRS. I was not watching. I was looking at my MFD too much. In real life, you can feel it when you're getting the shakes.
Rotor RPM searching.
Alright. I saved it. We're good.
Roger. Ceasefire.
Radar searching. Radar searching.
Roger. Ceasefire.
Come on, slave it back to the TDAC. What are you doing?
DWASD. Roger. Ceasefire.
There you go. Alright. I don't see nothing moving. I don't see any small arms fire. Oh yeah. It's all gone.
Radar searching.
The sun's breaking through finally. Is that fog? That looks nice. The weather definitely came out good. Hey Seeker, how's it going tonight? Yeah, I'll be all right. It's just a real rough night tonight. It actually happens quite a bit, but usually I take a lot of medicine before I stream to tamp it down, but tonight it's just not tampable, unfortunately. But I'll be fine. Oh, and the snow started again.
Radar searching.
Oh, that looks so good. I love how the snow effects are actually following the wind patterns properly and everything. That's great. DCS can piss you off, but every now and then when you notice the little things and all the extra detail, it makes it all worth it. And the fact that it's actually affecting the flight model, it feels correct. It really, I can feel the extra push on the anti-torque, and how rough the cyclic feels right now. When I was trying to hover and stuff, you could really feel it. That's amazing. It's such a great effect of detail. Like most games just add the snow, right? Or they just add wind, but it's generic wind, and you can tell in the controls that it looks windy, but it's not real wind because of the way it's affecting the controls. But in DCS, you feel it. You feel it in your control surfaces the way you would in real life, and that's great.
Radar searching.
And I can actually tell that I'm flying, you know, almost directly into the snow, just a little bit across it, and I can feel it in my controls as well, the way it's pushing me. Yeah, the Chinny is going to be... I want to get a Chinny as well. There wouldn't be much I could do with it right now, but...
Radar searching.
I'm going to get it later on when there's more CTLD. Basically, I want to get the Chinook when they come out with the new dynamic campaign programming tools. That way I don't have to try to code all the maps the way I'm doing it right now. When I've got better tools and save states I can use. And then I'm going to be ready for the Chinook. Although today I finished coding my CTLD spawning troop spawn programming and triggers, and I got it to work without using MIST or any third-party zone commander programming. I just did it all in engine, in Eagle Dynamics engine. Took me a while to kind of get it all worked out, but I got it worked out, and I optimized the code so it's as efficient as I can get it. I can actually show you that smoke right up there is the signal for where you can land to load troops up. And this is my FARP I set up right here. And the full FARP actually works now. Everything works. You can use comms there. You can rearm, refuel. You can do all that shit properly. I don't know why it wasn't... Oh no, I figured out why it wasn't working yesterday. It was a stupid bug with the actual FARP model, not the script, not the programming. It was actually the model. Nora, how's it going? Sneaking in like a ninja. Ninja queen of the nerds.
Radar searching. Radar searching.
Unfortunately, I can't load troops up in my Apache. Just one guy hanging onto the side of the electronics walkways on the side. Just sitting there holding on for dear life.
Radar searching. Radar searching.
Oh, I wish the wind and snow would calm down just a little bit when I'm landing, though. Actually, it looks like it is. It's almost like they knew I was coming.
Radar searching.
Alright, let's just come down over here into the south side of the area and then come back in once we get into a good ground to hover. I'm going to take my time because the weather's pretty iffy.
Radar searching.
How's Nora doing tonight? Well, you can feel that wind as soon as I start coming down and I'm getting into a good hover, the wind just starts whipping me around. It's making it real hard on the anti-torque. We should be good there, but it's still going to push me around, I think, a little bit. Come on, baby, get onto the cushion. Every time there's like a gust, it's actually forcing me back up into the air and I can't get all the way down onto the ground effect cushion. I'm almost on it.
Radar searching.
I just don't want to slam into it. There we go. We're on ground effect. Alright, so now I should be able to, from here, spawn troops. There we go, bam. Yep, there they are, I see them now. They just spawned and now they're running out here. And that button should still be there now. So if you hit it again, it would spawn another set. Boink, and there they go. And they start running, and they just should run into this area around the smoke, and once they're in the area you can use the airborne controls to tell them to embark on your helicopter, but I'm in an Apache so I can't do that, but it does work. If I was in a Huey or something, I could tell them to embark and they would run up to the helicopter and get in. So that's all working. That'll help when I'm building new mission maps where I'm going to use a mixture of jets, planes, and helicopters to move troops. Now that I got this coding all figured out. And it's actually a single line of code now. I just cut it down. The original idea took 3 lines of code per spawn, and now it's 1 line of code. It's all optimized out. So you don't. I wonder how the Chinook's coming along. I know Gremlin got the Chinook, but I haven't heard her talk about it that much. I haven't heard anything bad about it yet. The only thing I heard is it's not complete yet, but yeah, I expected that, right? Seems like nothing comes out complete. Yeah, there you go. See, I just made all these different units and named them. Linked units and named them infantry 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, blah, 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 blah. And then put them on late activation so they're not actually in the game, and then set them into this path for the embarked transport right here, and then gave them advanced directives to make sure once they spawn they start coming into here and await for orders. That way that appears, if you have the ability to transport them and you're in this area, that command line will appear in your menu to tell them to get on. And then the code right here is just the original trigger right here that just makes the spawn trooper button, and that's all it does. And then you come to the next line of code and it makes the button actually spawn the first group of infantry, and then remove that button and then make a new button that has a new flag that's going to be coded for the next group. And then the next one is that new button that spawned in will activate this second group, so on and so forth. So every time you spawn one, it resets to a new button with a new set of units that will spawn when you hit it. And that's how, instead of making 3 different codes to do all that, just put it all into one to optimize it out. It worked pretty good. And I don't have to use Mist or anything, which means it'll work after in theory, when Eagle Dynamics patches the back end, it won't break it, which tends to happen when you do stuff through Mist coding, directly coding into the Lua through Mist or something. Every time ED does anything, it seems to break everything. So if I do all this stuff inside their own engine, I'm hoping it'll just stay working. But that's how I did it. And then I optimized all the other spawns too. Optimized all the jets. That way the list doesn't get all bungled up. For Sukhoi, for fullbacks, there's just one button, and every time you spawn a fullback, it creates a new button for the next set, so on and so forth, so it doesn't... Because if you do it the other way, there's like 8 spawn buttons in the menu, and then it doesn't go to the next one, so you can't see them till you spawn some of the other stuff. But this way, there's just one button for all the fullbacks, one button for all the MiGs, one button for all the Fulcrums. And then when I get back onto programming the missions, I can utilize this idea of the code. Plus I made templates for a lot of it too now. It's too bad I can't stamp the template for the actual scripting part of it, but that doesn't take that long once you know how to do it. Once you've set it up before, it's pretty easy. So that big ass mission I created, Operation Mincemeat, when I come back to make that one even better and more modernized, I can add the CTLD to it with limited spawns. I don't want to do infinite. Because you shouldn't be able to spawn, 8 troops infinitely. That'll break a map. I haven't even looked at this map for a little while. We need to load this thing up onto the server one of these days and give it a go when we've got enough people flying that night. See how far everybody can make it. I've programmed it to go all the way from Anapa all the way down to Kobuleti and Sanaki Kolki for the end of the actual map. It's a big ass war. There's a lot of programming that went into this map. But without a save state feature, because DCS hasn't put it in yet, that makes it really hard because you can only do, you can only fly it for a single night. You can't save it and then bring it back out like on the next weekend when everyone's gonna fly. They're adding that, but it's not here yet. Once that's in the game, shit, it'll be easy. Yeah, there we go. Now that I know how to do those FARPs the way I did it there, I can make it to where we can actually spawn troops and transport them around the map. And I could probably do a few different kinds, like regular troops, which would be some M4 troops with some heavy machine guns. And then I can do like some Stinger troops with just a couple of M4 guys, stuff like that. Different kinds of squads. This is going to be a good mission. With fleets and aircraft carriers and AWACS and the whole bit. There is a lot of shit on here. Look at that one. That took more than a minute. All right, I think I'm gonna get some sleep though. I am not feeling very peachy. I think I'm gonna kill it early tonight so I can feel better tomorrow, hopefully. So if there's anyone still here, thanks for hanging out. Sorry it wasn't an exciting stream. I was just kind of messing around with some programming and trying to relax a bit. Unfortunately, that happens with my body from time to time. It is kind of broken. I do, Nora. Well, I'm sorry. No, I don't. I don't, actually. I try to, but I forget to take care of myself all the friggin' time because I'm an idiot. Because I'm a dude. We're real smart. But my body kind of craps on me at least 2 or 3 times a week. It's just usually it happens earlier in the day and I'm able to medicate it out enough to where when I stream at night, I can basically cover it up. But tonight's just not one of those nights. Oh, time to go put on a good TV show or a good movie and play a little MMORPG or something and relax. So I'll be back tonight. Thanks for hanging out. I'll be back. Everybody have a good night. Take care of yourselves, and I will see everybody later.